tongue blocking, hole 4, bend, right? Getting tone. So, and what I'm doing here is making a video of my own reflection, right? Okay. If it benefits anybody, then fair play, right? If it don't, then move on. In the group that in the past, I wish I could get hold of this guy. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but he was like, I don't think he was saying he cannot bend, but he was basically saying, it's just something that he can't. He was more or less saying he can't do it, as in like hitting the bend straight off, as in maybe bending well, if that's the right terminology. The word I'm using here is tone. They talk about tone. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying my tone is like the one you need to aim for. But for me, hole 4 on the C harmonica bend, right, was, I hated it. Tongue blocking. I hated it. Yeah. Because I could get a pucker. I could get a pucker bend. Do you know what? I couldn't even, right, play a song with a 4 bend in it, puckering, but I could pucker the noise. I could create the noise that I needed to create tongue blocking. But look at what I just said. I couldn't create the bend in a song. But it's a musical instrument. Yeah, the whole point of this is that it wants to be in the context of a song. So I think this is the nuts and bolts of it. This is how we get better, better tone. One, because it's now practical. It's inside the context of a song, right? Song or a lick, right? And two warm-ups. Okay, so Tomlin's course is full of warm-ups, right? So hole 4 bend, right, on a C harmonica. I was like, man, I hate this C harmonica. I was like, man, just like, it's just so irritating. So basically I carried around an A harmonica, and I messed around with it, holes 1 to 3 and 4 and 5 or whatever, but mostly playing songs, as in just first position songs, right? But I could do some bends, yeah, but I didn't have many licks in my repertoire, or I didn't have much in the way of songs that had bends in them, right? This is about tone on hole 4 bend, right? So then when I started Tomlin's course, I was like, no, right, he's giving me this chance, scholarship. He puts it out, if you think, I don't know, you want to apply for a scholarship. So I did. So I sent a letter, email, and I was successful. He chose me, so I got in, right? So then I said, right, that's it then. C harmonica's coming out, and I'm going to commit. I'm committing to the course. I'm committing to the C harmonica, right? And the course has been great for me. It's warm-ups. Warm up. If you're a runner and you want to be a successful runner, you need to warm up. If you do karate and things like that, you know more than me what goes on before the actual session starts. If you're any of those things, weightlifters, if you want to be safe at weightlifting, if you know, there's got to be warm-ups. If you don't do warm-ups, so we're talking scales, we're talking repetition, we're talking watching and listening to what you're doing. Yeah, we're talking start slow, get it right, and then build up the speed, right? Okay, so I think that's what most people talk about when they're talking about, you know, practice warm-ups, getting faster, and also tone, right? When people talk about tone, right, this is what's come to me, is the reason why they got good tone is, well, I'm not judging everybody. I don't know what everybody did, okay? But if somebody's got good tone, I bet I'm not a betting man, but if I had to put money on it, right, on my life, right, I would say they slowed down every note, and they listened, they watched, they felt what every note was doing, right? That's this. Sorry, this is the sort of instrument that we got here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe guitars like, I don't know, you know, watching, feeling, listening to every string. Yeah, it is like that, really. But you can bang away at a guitar and make it sound good without finesse. I know if you want to do finger picking and all that, you've got to slow it down and you've got to pluck every string. Even that, you can do it quite messy. So it's a bit like harmonica in that sense. But if you want tone, I can guarantee you, if I was to interview these guys now, right, I'm pretty sure they would agree. It's slowing down, it's watching, feeling, listening to every note. So when we talk about notes, you know, a bend is a note. It's not like a broken note. You're not breaking it. You're not sort of like, it's not like you're sort of like, it's not like the rule is a straight clean note and a bend is like breaking the rules. No, it's not. A bend is a note. It's a real note. Yeah. So like a two draw, then a bend is the same, is like equal sort of a temperament or equal sort of quantity, if that's a good word. Now, if you had a tuner, that note that I did, that was two draw and then two bend. If you get a tuner, it will land sort of like, I don't know, I don't even know what it is. Sorry, it's probably like a G and then go, yeah, two draw is a G, I believe, right? Two draw is a G and then it goes down to something else. I don't want to get it wrong by saying what it is, okay? I should know, right? But I don't, sorry. Two draw, root note in the blues scale. I believe it's a G if my memory is working right. It's a full note. And then it hits another note. So it's a full note. 4 draw bend. Straight note. Yeah, and because I'm aware of my own tone and the actions of what my body is doing, sometimes I'm aware of a bigger tone and sometimes I'm aware of a lesser tone. And right, so let's see if I can get this. When I get the deeper tone, the bigger tone, and by all means, if I was to cup the harmonica with two hands, I'll get a deeper tone. I know there's a bit of a growl on there. I really wrestled with growling, and not as in a technique like I was trying to do it, with the 4 bend. Maybe it's because the C harmonica, less of a cavity, which then liquid got stuck up there and it created some sort of growl. I kind of wrestled with that. I wrestled a lot with sort of sucking harder. I did a lot of that when I first started harmonicas. I'd never broken one harmonica, but you know, if you continue like that, I'm pretty sure you probably will. When I get the deeper tone, and the phone recording might not be doing it justice, I suppose, you know, I'd get stuff like that some months ago. Try it, pucker. Like when I first started bending, tongue block, I would then go right that tongue block, and then pucker, and think, oh, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. When I started, and that was unhelpful for me. When I started to get it, it's because I was doing it within the context of the blues scale, but also licks. So that's draw. So that's coming down. If you're just starting on this, sometimes it's easier to go down the scale because you're already drawing on 4 and then you bend it. But the challenge, the better exercise, I think, not to start with maybe, but the better exercise to get into, so that's going up, 4 blow, and what am I doing? I'm sort of focusing on, this is what you go, usually, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's my tongue doing? That's I'm hitting the bend straight on. It's not necessarily the shape of my lips. I think it's more the position I now put my tongue in. Not that you're going to go, oh look, right, pause it there and copy what he's doing. No, you got to get the sound, because it's all about sound. You got to get the sound and go, that's right, that sounds right. I need to do that again. This is what muscle memory does. It goes, right, well done, Jace. Yeah, you got that. I can hear that. That's good. That sounds, that's what you meant to get. Well done. Yeah. Do that again. And then you do it again 20 times, and the memory goes, oh yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm getting that. Do it again. Do it tomorrow as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's what muscle memory is, sort of thing. See, I'm not bending into. And when I get the bigger tone, I'm pretty sure the top of my mouth is, it cannot be, you know, like what I'm saying is my tongue can do this. It can move. I'm pretty sure the top of my mouth, right, is rigid, solid. It can't be moved. So what's moving? I guess I guess it's the airflow that I'm putting up there. It's almost like I don't want to use the word sucking, but I'm aiming for the top of my mouth, not like up, more like back and up. And this might not be an intro into the 4-draw bend, but it might be. Someone might find this and it might get you going. That's the nature of harmonica, learning to bend. What works for one don't always work for another. I've got a video on some of the free resources that got me started. John Jindix, Kiku and all that sort of thing. Will Wild's A vowels and AEOU and all that. So I don't know if I've mentioned this. I'm sure I did. I did say something about warm-ups, but the thing that has reinforced any tone that I have, like if you're going, mate, I wouldn't want your tone, then that's fair enough, right? That's up to you. I don't care, right? I'm happy with the tone that I've got, right? I am working on it. I'm doing warm-ups. I'm listening to every note intently, and and I'm always trying to enlarge upon it, especially some of them 3-draw bends. 2 is slightly quite easier for me. The 3-draw bends, I haven't spent a lot of time on them in the context of licks and music. Yeah, half step, yes. Whole step, not so much. Triple, no, not really. So that's a future thing. So half step on the 4. So I'm tongue blocking, bearing in mind. So bending, because I haven't said during this video, Lee Sankey's series on throat bending. Yeah. And see, when it changes and I get that deeper, it's because the air is filling up the back of the mouth and the back of the throat. The noise, I guess it's the air and the noise, they're going together in that direction. I'm drawing. So, that's an interesting thing. Do we actually move noise? Is noise movable? Of course, it travels, doesn't it? If I whisper, they ain't gonna hear me over there. So is it just volume that makes things travel, or is it, can you move things through the air? That's trippy, isn't it? So I think that's a big key. Big key to getting better tone is warm-ups, slowly focusing on each note, hitting the bend straight on. And also adding a bit of dirt on there, so you're still sustaining some bend. Right, that's enough from me now. Just if you're wrestling with the 4-draw bend, tongue blocking, I thought I'd make this video because I don't think there's that much on it. So if you're wrestling with it, stick with it. I would say maybe, if it's your nemesis like it was for me, give it. Don't don't you want it now, you want it next week. No, give it a year. Give it a year to ferment, to grow, to develop. Don't put such sort of demands upon yourself. If you've got a bit of a bend, be happy with it and work on it. Work it, and it will grow, it will develop, it will get stronger. One of the things when I was a bit like my 4-draw bend, tongue blocking, right? It was like that sort of thing. That was just me doing it quietly, but and I'm sort of letting air leak to sort of get across what it was like. And I sent it to a few people in a video, and I'm sure they didn't want to say anything bad to me. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, if you're bending and it's sort of like a weak tone, but you're still hitting the note, yeah, then that means it's still a bent note, and it's still whatever note that is called. Sorry, I don't know what the note is called. I should know. Sorry. Be encouraged, go and find out what the note is called. So sort of like one man can do a really weak tone, but they're still hitting that note. So it's like, yeah, you're getting a bend. Yeah, well done. Yeah. But I knew I wanted bigger tone. That's what it was. Sorry, if you're not fanatical about it like me, then you might not appreciate what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so they did. They went, yeah, well, that's the bend. You got it. Nothing wrong with that. I guess they maybe didn't want to say you need to work on your tone. I don't know, because they know if you stick with it, your tone's going to get fatter and stronger. If you work on it, if you have the mind which says, yeah, I know I'm hitting it, I know I got it, but it needs to be better and I'm working towards that, then it will do. So yeah, so that's that. But just to reiterate, warm-ups, intentional, maybe some slow stuff. If you noticed when I played it faster, some of the tone goes. That's the nature of playing faster, I guess. And again, I don't want to judge everybody. I guess unless you play really slowly, get it perfect, then speed it up a little bit and get that perfect. Work every note then speed it up a little bit more. Then that's perfect. If you keep, this is what people are telling me, if you're getting things wrong and you speed it up, you're going to get it wrong faster. If you're getting that wrong and you speed it up, you're going to get that wrong even faster. So you're going to do things wrong quicker, yeah? And you'll be really good at doing things wrong quick. But if you slow it down and get it good, get it round, get it fat, then speed it up a little bit and it'll be fatter. I didn't make that up. That didn't come from me. It's out of the ethos. There you go. Right, I will end it there. Sorry if you think that I waffle on a bit. Someone will benefit from this, and that's just leave it there for them. If it's not for you, leave it for them. All right, God bless.